You're so patient, Rex. So patient until... Oh, gorgeous. Oh, boy. Birds are singing. Hardly a breath of wind. It's kind of a rare treat to have such glassy water. Savor it for a minute. Did some mowing yesterday. Grass is plenty green. It's a spring thing. Nice wet April. Drying out now, though. We only picked up about 1/3 of an inch of rain here this week. I haven't even really done much with the garden other than those 2 lanes. And then everything just starts growing by itself for the most part. National Weather Service website seems to be down this morning, weather.gov, so you gotta kind of look out the window to see what's going on. I don't know where the TV weathermen are getting their information. 54 degrees here in the garden next to the rose bush and the, what I call it, the scallion the other day, but I think it's a chive. Peas are doing good. Had a little fire in a pit yesterday. Get rid of some old stuff. You'd think now, those are robins making all that noise. You'd think now that we're on the edge of the weekend, it's an easy forecast, right? Still, uncertainty in the forecast. There's a cloud line in Maine. It's sunny now with a temperature of 25 degrees in Holton, Maine. Some very cold air in southeastern Canada. And then you go off to the west, and the clouds are getting thicker. There's actually a cold front right over northern Massachusetts right now with a cold high-pressure system from southeastern Canada moving in. And then off to the south, way off to the south, there's low pressure over Ohio. We had severe weather and flooding move out of Oklahoma into Arkansas last night, and that heavy weather is mostly going to stay south of New England, mostly. But with a warm front coming at us from the south and a cold front from the north, there's definitely a battle zone. Initial low pressure that develops today south of New England, it's going to race out to sea in a confluent flow. Zing! And then there comes the ferry. You know, that ferry is called the commuter ferry, but if you want to have some fun, just come to Hingham or Boston and take that ferry back and forth. There are libations. I guess probably not so much this weekend. It was almost a smoky sky. I think we actually got some smoke in our sky yesterday. Back to the forecast. Boston probably stays dry now. Maybe a little bit of rain tonight, early tomorrow morning, but it's going to be sort of a dry feeling nor'easter with winds from the northeast at 20 to 30 miles an hour all weekend. Surf's going to be up, but it's going to be ugly, choppy. Meanwhile, in New York City, there could be flooding rain. Probably starts raining this morning, maybe raining already, and it's going to rain right through Mother's Day. And then in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, the sun's out with frosty mornings and then nice afternoon in the 60s. I think I am going to do a final snowcast. Bob Hennessy sent me some video, so I want to use it from Sugarbush last week. There are 2 areas open for skiing, Jay and Mount Washington. And Mount Washington this morning is 25, but there's no snow in the forecast. It's definitely changed. There's plenty of cold air, but the moisture is just staying to the south. And then that low pressure system south of the mid-Atlantic states is going to be kind of surrounded by a building ridge of hot air in the eastern United States all the way up to Labrador. We're going to have a record warm front in northeastern Canada. Meanwhile, there's a record cold front in western Canada headed for southern California. Real high amplitude flow with some late season snow. On Mother's Day, it could be snowing right to the coast near the Oregon California border. Those storms are going to drive south, then north. The track is going to be down to Arizona, then up the Mississippi River Valley. I don't think it's going to rain in Arizona, though. Just going to kind of get cold, probably not help the fires at all. And so it's going to be record warmth in the eastern United States into southeastern Canada, and eventually that record warmth is going to eat away at the chilly onshore flow. That's not going to give way here until about Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know if we're going to get any rain between now and then. That system that's off the mid-Atlantic is actually going to go into the southeastern United States, and it may have a little leftover moisture with the front getting here maybe next weekend or even more likely next Monday or so. So get out the garden hoses. Enjoy this calm weather. White Sox are coming to Fenway Park. Evening game today, midday game tomorrow, and then a morning game on Mother's Day. You'll want some hats and gloves and warm jackets for that. Here comes the storm from Oklahoma. Well, it doesn't look like a storm. Also looks like there might be a little smoke in the sky. See the brown haze. going to be pretty dry. The big question is how much rain over the weekend? Maybe a quarter-inch on Saturday? You think you're a cow? Steve the cow. Grazing.